Alright, welcome back to another video, Tenno. Today's video is just going to be a quick little guide on how to level up the Plains of Eidolon standing and Fortuna standing pretty quick. So without further ado, let us start with the Plains of Eidolon. Alright, now before we head on over to the Plains of Eidolon, something I wanted to mention was we're going to be using Volt or Volt Prime. The reason is because we're going to be fishing. And Volt's passive allows us to build 10 damage every time we walk a meter, which will actually allow our spear to do more damage, so we don't have to worry about having the right spear for the right fish. Alright, once we're in Cetus, we're going to go ahead and want to fast travel over to Fisher High Look. Something to note is to do this method, you will have to be rank 2 of Visitor. You can go do some bounties for Konzu until you're rank 2. Okay, so when we're at Fisher High Look, we're going to go ahead and go into Browse Wares, and then we're going to look for Murkray bait. So we're going to buy some Murkray bait, we're going to buy some Luminous Dye, and of course the Lanzo fishing spear if you don't already have it. But again, we don't need any of the specific spears because with Volt, we're going to be able to just catch any fish. Alright, and once you have your bait and your Luminous Dye, we're going to go ahead and want to head into the Plains of Eidolon. And I usually like to go to the bottom right corner of the map. So let's head on over there. Once you've arrived, you're going to go ahead and want to look for any bubbling water or any splashes in the water. Those are going to be your hotspots. So that's where we're going to drop our Murkray bait and our Luminous Dye. And then we're going to head on fishing. Something to note here is that the hotspot will switch. So if you don't see the splashing or the bubbles anymore, be sure to look around the area and I'm sure you'll find another hotspot. Something I forgot to mention is for those beginner players that may have not chosen Volt as their starter warframe, there's no problem at all. You can just head on over to the dojo if you have a clan. You can head on over to the Tenno lab and you can replicate a Volt for yourself. So the reason why I love this method so much is because this is the way that my mentor taught me. Oh, I can remember his voice like it was just yesterday. That perfect Australian accent, never forget it. But in all seriousness, the reason why I really like this method is because Murkrays are actually one of the best fish that you can turn in for standing, because the large Murkray will give you 1,000 standing each, the medium Murkray will give you 625 standing each, and the small Murkray will give you 500 standing each. And my favorite part about that is that if you can fish for, let's say, an hour, you're going to be catching Murkray and Murkray and Murkray, tons of Murkray. You're going to have so much Murkray that you're going to have leftover Murkray for the next day. So let's say you're working on something else in the game that you want to do, and you don't want to necessarily come over to the plains and do some bounties so you can get your standing for the day. As soon as reset hits, just come on over to the plains and turn in your extra Murkray. And if you want to double the Murkray, get yourself a booster. You'll be catching double the Murkray. So after an hour of fishing, this is how many Murkray we caught with a resource booster. And that's it for the Plains of Eidolon section of the video. Just remember to make sure that every day you're coming over to the plains and selling your Murkray to Fisherman High Look, so make sure that you're always getting that daily standing. And you'll hit max rank in no time. And if you ever run out of Murkray, just come get some more. From my experience, just fishing for the Murkray was just always much faster than just doing the bounties. But of course, if doing bounties is something you enjoy, especially because if you get the other rewards if you need to farm for them, then by all means go ahead. Now to Fortuna. Alright, welcome to Fortuna, Tenno. We are going to be doing some more fishing, but we are going to be doing mining this time first. Alright, so we're going to need to be at least level 1 in Fortuna, so then we're going to go ahead and head to our good pal Smokefinger, and we are going to look for the plasma drill. Once you have your plasma drill, let's go ahead and open our arsenal, go to our gear wheel, and we're going to equip our plasma drill. We are also going to want to quickly fast travel to our boy the business, and we are going to go ahead and browse wares, and we are going to look for the shock prod fishing spear. And once you've purchased your spear, go on ahead and open your gear wheel again and equip it. And alright, now let's head on out to Orvalis. Right, so when we're outside here in Orvalis, we're going to want to go to the transit depot. So right next to the transit depot is one of my favorite caves to mine. Has tons of ores in there. Let's head on over there now. Alright, so once we make it to the transit depot, we're going to want to look for this little flower. That's where the entrance to the cave is. And once we are inside the cave, we're going to start looking for the ore veins. So we're going to go ahead and equip our plasma drill, and then all of the ore veins that are near us will be marked on our map so we can find them very easily. So we're mainly going to be looking for blue veins because we want Zodian and Thyst, but red veins can give us some of those materials if we do hit the skill check. So the reason we're looking for Zodian and Thyst is because those are the two ores that will give you the most standing when you provide it to Smokefinger. You can also look for Amarast. You're going to get tons of Amarast while you're looking for the Thyst and Zodian, so that's good too. Alright, so Thyst will give you 1,000 standing, Zodian will give you 1,000 standing, and Amarast will give you 500 standing. Right, so when we're finished clearing out the first cave out of all of its ore, we're going to go ahead and head to my second favorite cave, which is just to the bottom left of the Ustara crater. Alright, so same thing as the last cave, we're going to quickly clear out all of the ores that we can find in this cave, and then that's when we're going to start our fishing. And this is why I love this cave, is because you can mine all of the ore in this particular cave, and then there's 2 or 3 different fishing spots inside the cave. Something to note is you will need to be level 3 in Fortuna for this method. However, if you have a friend that has already leveled up Fortuna, you can always ask him to go on a fishing trip with you to help you catch some of these fish. And the reason why you need to be level 3 is because we're going to be catching not any basic fish, any basic scrubber. We're going to be catching Synathids. These fish are really good for standing that even the business will always react to you like, where did you find this? The fish in Fortuna work a little bit differently. There's magnificent, adorned, and basic. So we are looking at 1,000 standing for magnificent, and 800 standing for adorned, and for basic 600 standing. Right, so now we're ready to fish. So inside this cave, we're gonna go ahead and look for the water, and we're gonna be looking for a greenish glow in the water. That's gonna be this version of hotspots. Alright, and after an hour of fishing in Fortuna, we have gotten 32 adorned Synathids, 72 basic Synathids, and 18 magnificent Synathids. And we got 10 Thyst, 10 Zodian, and 14 Amarast. There are tons of other caves in Orb Vallis that you can explore and you can mine, but since we just focused mainly on fishing, that's why I have more fish than I do ore. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for making it to the end of the video, and if you enjoyed this guide, please leave a like. It helps a lot with the algorithm, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.